Right, I've just got a CA45 come in to repair. It says it spins but it's not engaging, and these starter motors are well known for having a heater in there, heater resistor wire that burns out. So I've forgotten how much they cost. I should imagine about 30 quid, which is a pain. And so the way you test these, if you put the power on and you just leave it spinning with like this won't come all the way out and it'll stay with this heater engaged and the heater will burn out. So you can only test it like that for a couple of seconds. The way you got to test it is you turn it on, and then as it's going around as soon as it starts turning, get a screwdriver in here and push this out further as far as it can go, and that will disconnect. It'll put a connector contact in here and it'll disconnect the heater element and put this onto full speed. So what it does when it first starts up, it goes on slow speed with the power going through the resistor, so it slows it down, and then that'll turn on slowly and engage into the flywheel. Then as soon as it goes into the flywheel, oh, it's moving, look. As soon as it engages into the flywheel, it'll like that, at that sort of stage, it will then go on to full speed, and there you go. So there's a little solenoid in there we've got to strip down and clean up the contacts on as well. Could be that. And this here is a little inspection cover. There should be another one on the other side, I think. That might be the S115. Anyway, so you can take that off and you can have a look inside. And I wonder if it's worth doing that first, but I'd rather strip the whole thing down to make a video, wouldn't it, rather than... So this back terminal is your earth. It's actually written on there. This is your battery terminal, and this is your solenoid, so you should get a reading of this 1.8, 1.7, that's what you should get. And that's about the first test you can do. We can take that little plate off and clean up the contacts inside of the solenoid, and then there's one this side as well, and that could be the reason why it's doing it, but we'll have a look inside anyway. Yeah, thinking about it, you do have to take these oh, it's come out, look. If you hit it with a hammer, a nice hammer, it bends it, flattens it out, rounds it off so it comes out. But inside there's a connection, you see. So the connection to the field cord, so you've got to get the Allen bolt. Oh, very posh. That's good news. And then we come on the other side and we'll do the same to the other, without ruining your front room floor. Might have to get a screwdriver in the side, you know what I mean anyway. Can you see that washer that's fallen out? And it's got all scuff marks on it, so we're going to have to take it apart now because something's going wrong, hasn't it? Then this one comes out of a small... it's moving. There we go. We'll just go out that side and flatten them in the garage. What's going on in here? Can we see? There's the resistor. You can see the insulations on the resistor. Zoom in closer. Yeah, just there, look, that's a resistor. There's another bolt you've got to undo. So you've got to undo that bolt and the bolt on the other side that connects to the field core. And then you've got to watch, there's loads of ball bearings in there. There's a ball bearing on the back end. There's a ball bearing on here. So when you take this back cover off, there's a spring and a ball bearing at the top. And a little, like a plate with a little round thing that the ball bearing sits in. So you've got to be careful taking this off. So I'm just going to put, we've got the negative on the back, I'm going to put the positive on there. And then just touch this wire on here, just see if it spins. No, nothing. That's a bad sign. Let's turn it around a bit again and see if it spins. Oh, it did start. Well, let's strip it down then. So we take off this back nut first, and you'll notice inside there is a ball bearing and then a little mushroom thing underneath. We're not going to lose that. I'm going to leave that together for the time being. There's a spring there. We'll put them all together. And now there's a washer, sorry, circlip type thing. And where's my screwdriver's gone to? Oh, the armature drops down. So don't forget these spacers. Now we've got to undo these two screws. What do you think the chances of these coming off? Oh! You don't have to bother undoing that, that's just a bolt to the earth. Oh, I've got to take this off. Well, an 8mm spanner fits on. Looks a bit knackered, doesn't it? I reckon we'll put a new one of these on. But anyway, you don't have to go all the way. That might be enough. I was going to say there should be a rubber gasket on the inside of there. We might have to make a new one of them. So now we've got to take the brushes out the side, unscrew them. We'll probably tip it on its side to do that. So we'll undo all these 4 screws. One there, one there, one there. Oh, no spring washers. But these have got 2 wires going to the brushes, so don't get confused. I just did for a second. So go around all 4 doing this. I think someone's had this apart because that was quite loose, that was. Now what we've got to do is we've got to go and get a hook and hook these round. We wouldn't have to, we could actually just pull this off. See, that's what's stopping it, was the more them wires there, so you could just bang this off. And there you go. Very nice. All good brushes. And there's the armature. Looking okay. Just to, the bracket on just to try out the bearing. It feels okay. Yeah. Good news. Undo both of these nuts. Of course my ratchet's broken, isn't it? And I can't find the bit of spanner. There you go. Don't drop that inside. So that's not normal an Allen key, so someone's been in here. Hope everything's alright. Threads feel a bit tight. So now the field coil should just come off. Just like that. I'll just stand this up. There's the field coil. Looks good. I'm starting to think that this is left-handed thread. Sure it is. Hopefully it'll come off. Oh yes. Oh no. The armature's moved. Oh shit. Oh dear. Right, I've just had some Weetabix. Oh, look how easy it is after you had some Weetabix. So it is a left-handed thread. So you've got a spring on here as well, obviously. And we can pull the armature out now, but we've got to be careful because there's some ball bearings. I just can't remember exactly where they all are. So I put a little tray underneath to catch any ball bearings falling out. So we'll see how we get on. Oh God. Have we got to force it? There you go. And there's some ball bearings there, look. So they all come out of that bit there, by the looks of it. 1, 2, oh, I can't count, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which would be about, would it be right? Oh no, there's some come out of there as well, because there's some inside here as well, in this brass tube. But anyway, make sure that there's none hanging about, that's it. So this is solenoid, so what happens when the armature moves down, when the solenoid activates, the armature gets pulled in, and you can see this side contacts first, and then when it goes all the way down, this side contacts. So that's your first stage, and then your second stage. It's not very hard, it's not very well to see at the minute, but it might make sense. What's that burnt? Is that burnt out? Oh shit! I can't see it very well, but it looks a bit hot. That's crispy. Oh dear, that might be part of the problem. Alright, we'll carry on stripping it down then. And this is melted as bit. That's melted, and that's melted, that's melted, that's melted as well, so oh dear. Not too bad though, at least this bit is okay. Let's show you this bit, look. Just going to check the resistor. This goes all the way around here, it's bolted to the body, look, on earth. It goes all the way around here. Part of it comes off here, and part of it comes to here. So really, you should be able to measure that bit there, sorry, that bit there, 0.6, so that bit's working, 0.5, so the resistor is okay. We'll give it a visual check and a clean. So I've counted 9 balls that have dropped out so far, so now we've got to take the resistor out, so it involves undoing this cable here and drilling out the rivet which is on the side over, and I told you wrong earlier on, this is insulated from the earth. This is plastic here, so the power comes in whichever way, possibly this way, and it goes into the resistor, round the resistor, and back round the other side, and then back down here. So it's just one circuit. So if I measure between there and there, and we get a connection, then it should be alright. And then after we've done this, we've got to take this off. So that bit's loose, look. So we've got to drill this bit out next. Nearly there. It's got to be there, isn't it? I think it is. I think we're drilling into the bracket. Give it a clout. Yeah. So we'll knock that out with a punch now. One resistor out. Not looking bad. Yeah, I'm happy about that. That saved £44. We'll leave all this attached and we'll sort that out later on. Then we undo this screw here to take this terminal off, the battery positive terminal off. Oh, we've got to undo the bolts at the side, haven't we, as well? Oh, I thought my hands would have sorted themselves out now. I've had about 5 cans of lager. Still shaky. So don't forget this insulator as well on the under this bolt. Oh, I've got to come back in a few minutes. It's going to take ages, isn't it? Bloody hell. And I think there's an insulator on the inside as well of here, because obviously this don't want to be touching. And you should imagine there's a one on the inside. Yeah, so nuts come off. There's the fibre washer, and there's the I think you've got to put that, get rid of that before you can get this out, because it's just too tight. Oh dear. Yeah, so get this O-ring off next, because it'll give you a bit more leverage. I think I've got loads of these, so if it is knackered, it doesn't look clever, does it? I think I'll just rip that, to be honest. So that should give you a bit more leverage to get this out of here. Oh, perhaps not. Oh, perhaps so. Come on, you little bastard. In fact, I think you've got to take that off next. Yeah, okay, we'll take this off next. So, nice and easy job. He says. There goes the there's a spring there, look. So you've got a clip, washer and a big spring. And then I've got to pull this bit out of the bottom. Just be careful, just in case there's any ball bearings left in it. No, that's all clear. So that pinion looks good. Yeah, that looks good. So that's not a problem. So we're all happy now. Hoping it's just these contacts in here that are dirty. But anyway, let's get to the next bit, which is getting this bolt out. Bloody hell, how does this... Unless we leave it in there till the last minute, that's probably... No, because you can't... There's a... Oh, there, that goes underneath the O-ring, look. So that goes behind the O-ring. Well, perhaps it might come out now. Come on, you little bugger. There you go. Whew. So now he's got two big Phillips screws to undo to release the solenoid. Oh, sorry, and this bit here as well. And that solenoid, ooh, smells. It smells. So we've got to undo this next. So there's an 8mm, oh, well, it's roughly 8mm, obviously it's not. But then this one's banging down, back in there. A spring washer, then a plastic insulator. But it's quite stiff, so we're going to hit it with a, I can't find my plastic hammer, where is it? Oh yeah, there's my plastic hammer. It's gone. Oh, that plastic's melted. That insulator's not clever. but it is working, so we'll put that in the box. And now we're ready to take. Oh my god, that wire's knackered. I'm not looking forward to this solenoid. Let's see how that works. Oh shit, I bet the coil's burnt out. Bloody hell. I'm going to find a big screwdriver. Back in a minute. I'm going to have a can of lager as well. So I'll try and explain a little bit what happens here, because this solenoid has got some 4 little plates in there. So when this armature moves through here, you see the it spins round, and the ball bearings slip into the holes in the armature. So then that's sat inside here, and it goes on. It catches on these 4 rings, and that pushes this all down to engage the next stage. So you've got to get all them ball bearings right, so they slot into these holes. But it's quite a lot of grease on there, so it's not bad. And then you've got to make sure this armature's got no burrs on there to stop the ball bearings going into the holes, because that can stop the starter motor working as well. They feel alright. So the bolts come out, look. So now the starter motor, the solenoid should come out. Oh, and it doesn't look too bad. Oh shit, what have I just dropped? Oh, I dropped something else as well. Bloody hell. Well, that's the bracket all stripped out. I've found all the bits that fell on the floor. It's the screws and the insulators off the side here. So I'm going to wash everything out tonight quickly before I go to bed, because I'm drunk and I'm causing too much problems. There's an O-ring there, so you've got to make sure that's okay. Yep, feels okay. So we'll give it a quick wash out, everything, and then go to bed and see you in the morning. So I brought the solenoid inside, and as you can see, what happens, it goes into 2 stages. Let me try and demonstrate it. Push this down, and this side engages. And when the armature goes past the point to engage in the flywheel, then it touches this with the brass bit, and then this side engages. Let me try and show you a bit better. So you've got to make sure this action is working. But I think because the starter mode is not even spinning, this side is dirty. So it's not even going into the first stage. So we're going to strip this down. So we're going to measure the resistance. This is the power coming in, and this is to the solenoid. So we're going to press this down. Oh, there's nothing there, look. Oh, it is if you really press it down. Oh, perhaps I'm wrong then. Oh, it's not perfect. Oh, bloody hell. Well, I say it's not perfect. I've got to squidge it about. So I put it on the second stage, which is here. So press it down and then click this button. Oh, I'm just going to clean it up anyway. I've had enough now. Right, it is late at night and I have had a few beers, but it's time to strip the solenoid down. So what you've got to do, you've got to take this bit out here. You've got to prise this out. It's a bit tricky. It is tricky. It's a bit of a bastard job really. You see the spring the spring goes back on there, look, on top of this bit here. This bit's going to come out eventually. But it's like a pin that goes through, so you really have got to prise it quite wide to get it out. It's got to be brave. Oh, come on, you bastard. This side's come out quite big. I think I need a bigger screwdriver, to be honest. Let's do this side first. Oh God. I hate this bit. See, that pin's come out there, look, now you can pull it out. There you go. Oh dear, look at the spring there, look, see? The spring's there, so that's what you've got to get back when you put it back together, like that. Oh, so now you come around to the other side. This side, look. And this needs pushing back to the, out of the way. Pull this away from there. Jesus, oh sorry, it's Easter. So probably prise against there, look. You've got to get it over. Can't remember it being this much hard work last time. Oh! Alright then, we've bent it out of the way. Now we've got to remove the spring. This can be dangerous, so put your safety glasses on, kids. Ow! So you're best off putting your screwdriver in and working it all the way around. Keep your fingers out of the way. Alright, there we go. It should come off soon. Oh. There you go. Springs off. Right then, now this should, if we've got enough room, come off. Oh no, we pull this bit out first. Pull the middle bit out, don't we? There we go. Remember which way around that goes. That's got like a smooth side in there, so it slots in and pushes up. That's just so I remember what I'm doing. It's got quite a bit of crap on it. So now I think this middle bit comes out. Oh, I'm sure it does. I think push this down. This is what's the problem is then, perhaps. There we go. So I think we push this down and this comes over and comes out like that. What a barrist! Oh, there you go. Free focus. Yeah, so this comes out. So let's turn it over and see what the condition of the contacts are like. Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah, they're knackered. Yeah, they need cleaning up badly. That's what the problem is then. This one's got like a coating on, and the underside is like, oh yeah, it's completely fucked. So that's what the problem is. That's good news. So you've got your spring off, and you've got your plates, your bits sides widened out. So this will come off now. And obviously I showed you last night, but it's today, a new day. So look at that, needs cleaning up quite badly. Hopefully that's the problem. So now you pull this piece out and watch some quadrants inside. We're going to leave them in for the time being.
Just clean them up because they are a pain to get back in. And you can pull the spring off if you want and clean it all up. Oh, and then inside we have the other contacts, which are just there and just there. So they need cleaning up as well. Right, I've got everything cleaned up and the 4 quadrants fell out. So what you've got to do is build these back up again. Like that. Put these in the spring, all 4 of them at the same time. And then you've got to push it inside there into this groove. Can you see the groove down the bottom? So it's very tricky. So I'm not going to do it on camera. But anyway, cleaned up the contacts. I filed them a little bit to get rid of the high edges. So we should be alright to go once I get this put back in here, which I'll do now off camera. So I've got them all back in. It wasn't too bad. Just keep it flat on the table and push them in one at a time. And now I'm going to try and slide it inside the hole. Right, can you see I've just got one segment in the groove and the other 3 are just hanging out, so I've got to push them in. It's been a bit of a nightmare. It's all fallen apart a few times. Wow, it's all in. Don't do this if you stop smoking cigarettes because it can drive you over the edge. So now we put the spring over there and be very gentle. I should put a bit of grease on there really. So to put this back on, you push this down and then this closes under like that. Eventually. Oh bloody hell. Why is it not doing it? It's the right side, isn't it? Yep. Always awkward when I'm filming it. I've done loads of these bloody things. I'll tell you, I'm going to use my other hand. Okay, finally on. Now you can bang this plate back in. Okay, so that's banged back. About right. So it stops it coming out. Now, next bit is to get the spring on. So you've got to push it on and then go around with your screwdriver. Sort of working it around. Not too bad really. Oh, he says. Ow! I can't remember it being this hard. Oh, there you go. Ooh. So now it should go and contact both sides, and when we put this on, it should stop that. It should stop the first contact working until this is pressed down. So in theory, we just put this in here and we just prise it open either side, and it clicks in like that. So when we push this down, it'll stop. It won't go any further. This side goes down, this side doesn't, until you press this button. So now we know it's working. Can you see that? Yeah, you could. Pull it out a bit. This side's contacted, this side isn't. Press that button. That's the armature coming past, and it clicks it in. Cleaned up the bracket a bit, and if you look inside the bracket bearing, there's a wick. Don't know if you can see it. So if you oil that wick and let it all soak in, if you want to take the wick out, you've got to knock that out, and there's a spring, and it pushes the wick into the bearing. But you can actually just, because we're not taking the bearing out, we can just oil it and let it soak in and drip all over the front room. So I'm going to go and put the solenoid inside here now. Okay, I've got it in, and I've put the 2 terminals on. straightforward really, just pushing through the hole with the insulators, how they come off. And these 10 balls, I've recounted, I've cleaning the 10 balls up for the inside. So the next stage is to put the pinion through here, put the balls in the pinion with the grease. So we're going to do that next. So now you've got to put all the little bearings in all the little holes. So hopefully there's 10 holes there. But the only way the good bearings are going to stay in is if you put some grease in the holes first. And then so just go around one at a time. Come on here, you little bugger. Popping them in the holes. It's probably about the most exciting part of doing the job, to be honest. I like this bit. So I'll film it for when I'm older. Stuck in one of them retirement homes, I pissed myself already, but at least I'll be getting a nurse to clean it up. Right then, so that's all the balls in. So now we can push this into the bracket, drive-in bracket. So when you do this, do it nice and gently because these quadrants can come out. Oh, it's going a bit stiff. What's going on? Oh shit. And half the quadrants look like they're... Alright, we're just going to go for it. Oh, it's tightening up. Let me do it off cam because this is delicate. Now we're all in place, we're going to put the little cap that goes on top of here. But we're going to just put a little bit of grease on it first. Just where the balls sit. So that'll drop in there. Stop the balls falling out the outside. And put this on here. This on here. And then the circlip on top. That's it then, that's that bit done. Next we've got to get the rivet out the end this bracket in, put a socket on it and bang it down. It's a bit tight because it's third over. So we've got one washer there, another washer, and then one washer on the inside. Nice new rivet, riveting it down. So what we've got to do now is bolt this bolt in here down to the solenoid, and then we can then we're ready for the armature. A little bit of Loctite on the shaft. There you go, not too much. Spring, and remember it's a left-handed thread, so we're going left-handed to tighten up, obviously. Shouldn't come off, should it? When you turn the starter this way round, you want a piece of metal under there to stop this dropping down, otherwise it's not very good. Quick resistance check. That coil to there is okay, not touching the other coil, and then the other coil is okay, and make sure it's not down to ground, and check the armature. So check it's not down to earth, and then go around each of the comms, making sure they're all connected. Anyway, I've checked this one already, it's alright. Now it's time to put the field coil on. So I've cleaned it up, and we want the battery terminal at the front, and there's a notch on it as well, so you can't go wrong. So that means that I was about to go wrong. So the notch is there. Hopefully the wires all slide in. There you go. Wires are all in there. Oh, sugar. And the wires are all in that side as well, I think. Yeah. Okay, we'll put the screws in next. Put both screws in either side. One of the brushes is bent over. Look at that. Bent over that way. Let's give it a bang back. So what you can do is put the brushes, springs, just on the edge of the holder, so the brushes all can retract out. It's a lot easier than mucking about doing it the other way. Then when you've got the cap on, you can just grab the spring and pull it back around again in the middle of the brush. Go around and do all four of them. Next, put the through bolts in. That's all the screws in. Now we've got to go to the back and put all this on here. So the next bit is to put this washer on and this circlip, and now we can take the spacer out the bottom so it won't fall down anymore. Like that. Of course we need a bit of grease on there, or oil. Right then, now we've got to put this little mushroom shaped thing. So you put it in like that with a bit of grease so it stays in the middle. Then you put the ball bearing on top. Then you have that spring pushing on the ball bearing, but the spring's been damaged slightly. So that's the next job. So we've got the bearing and mushroom in there. We greased everything up, and I think we'll put the damaged bit to the bottom. And hopefully this is going to be alright. If it gets tight, stop, because the ball bearing can pop out the back of the cap if it's caught. But I think we've got it alright. Alright, and you can knock that down a little bit to stop it from coming off if you want to. So it's time to test. So first of all we're just going to give it a quick blast to see if it spins. Oh shit.
wonder if it is 24 volts. Might be 24 volts. We'll just try pushing the which way does it go around? That way. We'll push it around here. Oh. So the second stage is working. Oh, anyway, back to the drawing board. That might, but it might just be the fact that I've got not enough batteries, and but they are brand new battery. But I'm going to ask my mate tomorrow at work whether it's 24 volt or 12 volt. It does say 12 volt on here, but it's got some re-stamped numbers on top of it, so it might have been converted. And the bloke on the boat might have about 3 or 4 batteries. You never know, do you? Right, we're all set up. What we want to see from this is, where's my screwdriver gone? Is when I touch this onto here, we want to see this come out slightly, come out about there. So it's going to engage in the flywheel, and so this is spinning slowly as well. So when it engages the flywheel, it will be forced to stop spinning. So then it will travel all the way up this shaft in slow motion until it gets to the end. But we can only test the first part, but if that first part's working, we know the second part's working, we've tried it already. So that's good luck, wish me luck. I'll see, if it don't work, I'll see you in A&E. I'll get my leg round it as well. Oh yes! Yeah, we're alright, that's working. Happy. Okay, for the last part of the test, I'll try it out on the second solenoid stage. I'm going to just run it on 12 volts. We have done this before, and it worked when but I couldn't get the first stage working last time, so we're going to get this out as far as we can. It's going to be a pain. So this should spin round when I connect this on. Yep, so it's working. Time to put the little pennies back in. Let's put them on and give them a tap with the hammer, like that. I have also put a little bit of this glue, this T7000, just because I've got loads of it spare, just underneath there, just to hold it in. It's silicone, and I'll just put a bit of bead over the top to seal it in place, because it's obviously it's a ship starter. I'm also going to put a bit of jollop on there as well, seal that in as well. Is it? A few more taps from the OCD, and then I think it's starting to flail out a bit at the edges, so that must be in, and we'll just go around with a bit more glue on top, silicone. So I've got the back cover thing all cleaned up inside and out. I couldn't find any gasket paper, don't know where it is, so I've got some glass paper. It's not quite big enough, so I've had to going to stick 2 bits together on the inside of here with that glue again. What do you think? Looks alright, doesn't it? And I've got a new screw with a locking nut, so it'll be better. There you go then, nearly there. Banded on. I'm just going to try and clean them threads up a bit. I don't think it's metric, is it? But I'll see what we've got. Tape up the terminals.
And I did actually forget to check the insulation on these rivets, so you must do that when you've got the brush box off. You can't measure it now, it's down to earth because it's going down to through the armature, through the brushes. But then you've got that back terminal to tape up, and then you've got these two here, the battery and the solenoid. So ready for spraying now. All done then, looking nice. Thanks for watching.